It's a difference.
There's a level of money where it makes no difference anymore. Like there's the thing that you need as a rich person is time, and time can't buy you money. I mean, that's why people
can't get that back. They say it's the most expensive thing you spend.
Yeah. Why do you have a cook, a chef? Why do you have? Because I don't want to waste my time cooking.
Yeah.
I'm rich, bitch.
I don't got time to cook, motherfucker. Like,
I'm rich.
Oh shit!
Like,
oh man!
They're trying to buy time. Like, I have a friend. He works for a company. They have a private jet, right? And he's always like, "Oh, well, let's go. He's gonna fly this place." I'm thinking about, hey, yo, why you doing? He's like, time is the only thing on my level that I can buy. So to you, it was like 50 grand to take a place. Like to you, it's something, but like to me, it's like I saved myself 5 hours, and that to me, it's a lot.
It's the one thing they have control over,
yes.
so to speak, as far as their management of it.
You see 30,000. To me, I'm seeing around in there. I don't care. You know,
yeah.
They're always trying to buy time.
Well, and they got to spend it because the tax is going to take it anyway. So anyhow,
Yep.
Let's jump back into this Game of Thrones, man. So tell us again before our camera cut off. All right, welcome back to the Waterfront Rock podcast, which is our happy hour special. We are back kicking it with the homie Ekow after the great interview. Hopefully, you guys check that out. If you didn't check it out, there should be a link up here somewhere. Go check that out. And great conversation. Talked about a lot of Ekow's start, his story, or what have you. And as I said, we're thinking about getting him back on. Talk more about the entrepreneurial aspect of his life and what he has going on or whatever. I'm one half your host, Marquis.
I'm the other half, Free
Mel. And I'm going to take Free Mel's spot and say, as he would say, you could be anywhere in the world.
Here with us.
But you're here with us. And so, jumping back into this conversation real quick, we have what's essentially going to probably become a recurring theme in discussing Game of Thrones. It's something that we all enjoy or what have you. And we talked a little bit with you off camera about which character would you be from Game of Thrones if you had the choice. I myself picked Tyrion Lannister.
Great
Free
choice.
Mel.
Brianna Toth.
Terrible choice.
And for you, we want to know, who would you be if you had to pick any character from Game of Thrones?
So I like to put a spin on that question. I don't think who I want to be. I think who is the best character. Because I don't think I want to be my choice, but I understand my choice. I don't think I have the heart to be my choice.
If you had to choose this character, if you had to choose a character,
who would it be?
Would this be your choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the answer is simple. Tywin Lannister.
Simple.
The man was born to
confidence.
rule. And
Born
by this,
to rule.
I'm quoting Maester Aemon, I believe. He says the
he
man
said his name.
Maester
was
Aemon,
born to rule. That guy. So in business, anything, it's about executing on your plan and anticipating what is going to happen and making decisions and not being afraid of owning the consequences. And that man owned every consequences of whatever he did.
Because he's a Lannister.
Because he's a Lannister.
Always pays his debts.
He pays his debts. You can't you can't talk shit about his how they say it? Put some respect on his name. He's a Lannister.
Thou shalt put respect on my name.
And he knows that, and he make him know that. And the whole brand is a Lannister. He understands that I'm just a human being. I don't matter. But then I'll die, and this name will remain. I have to keep this name.
Yeah.
And he will kill. He will murder.
Word.
Kids, children, women. He doesn't care. So far as when you hear the Lannister name, put some respect on it.
Yo, he put his own son on trial.
Yeah. Because of the name Lannister. That's why he did it. That's why he did it. Because the Lannister will pay his debts.
That's deep.
And he knew he knew his daughter and his other son was making whoopee in the tower.
So far as he knows and the world don't know, he don't care. Because the world don't matter, right? So far as they don't mess up the name, he doesn't matter. He doesn't mind that they're doing it. If they do it and they put some dirt on the name, he's gonna care.
So does the book go before him?
So there's a
and the House of Dragons it went before.
The House of Dragons prequel,
before everything.
Yeah,
So
It's
way before them.
The House of Dragons is even before the Lannisters.
Yes. Well, the Lannisters are a thing in the House of Dragons. I believe there are a few characters.
No, they're there, but I'm saying before, like with Tywin's time,
yes,
so to speak.
It's way before Tywin's time.
And the only reason I say that because you're so passionate about him at that point, but that had to come from somewhere.
So there's a book called, I may be messing this up, but The World of Ice and Fire. It's
Song
very-
of Fire and Ice.
No, that's the story that you know. It's another book. It's like very encyclopedic. So it talks about how the Western.
Which one is this? Because I've read a few of them. I thought I read them all.
The World of Ice and Fire. So it talks about how the distraction of where the dragons came from. I'm forgetting the name.
Dragonstone?
No,
or
Dragonstone is
the
where
family?
No, so the dragons. So the kings are from this place. When you look at the map, it's kind of like
Westeros.
no, Westeros.
No,
Westeros is where
Westeros.
they live now.
Yeah.
Essos is on the east side. So think about like more like Africa. When you look at the world map, think of like going to South Africa. But between that, there's it's more like going to, but there's water in between. So there's a gap in between.
Yeah.
What they call it?
Shit.
I don't remember.
Continue.
So anyway,
It'll come to us.
So the guy that comes to Westeros to become king, where the Mad King Aerys and everything comes from, he has a daughter. His daughter had a vision saying that their world will be destroyed. So he leaves. It's a whole generation before that actually happens. So he leaves with his dragons and comes to Westeros. That's where he gets established, and that's where you get the kings of Westeros with the dragons, right? And when he came, there were 7 kings.
That's the Song of Fire and Ice when
Yes,
all of this
that's what
starts.
you-
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay.
So when he came, there were about 7 kingdoms there. He conquers all the kingdoms. One of those kingdoms is the Lannisters, because they were all kings.
Mhm.
So the Lannisters were kings of their land. The Starks were kings of their land, but they all
Starks,
become vassals of the king because the
Mm.
king had dragons and he fucked shit up.
Yeah.
To put it lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has dragons. So he beat all of them. He becomes king. So you run all the way back to the Mad King Aerys, and then Tywin Lannister is the Mad King Aerys' hand. Tywin Lannister, he has 2 failings. He loves his wife, and he's very proud.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, we never meet his wife. His wife died giving birth to your favorite
Yeah.
character.
That's why he
Yeah.
hates him.
That's why he hates
That's
him.
why he hates Tyrion.
Yes.
Yep.
So his wife, the Mad King started checking out his wife and saying shit about his wife. So when his wife died, the Mad King was like, the gods have brought him down because he has pride.
Yeah.
So he feels some way
So
about
it feels make you feel human.
Yes.
Yeah.
He feels some way about it, and he quit the job. So when the Mad King's son kills Baratheons. I don't know. He kills
Baratheons.
Yeah. So there's a war. He comes back, try to see the Mad King. He kills the Mad King. His son kills the Mad King. What's his name?
He enlists Jamie.
Jamie Lannister kills the Mad King. He comes back and saves the day, but he sort of he doesn't get killed. He gets sort of like, he gets go away free, but he's calculating. That's what I like about that guy. He's like, what do I do to save my house?
But see, and I was just gonna say that you skipped over a part where when he leaves, he goes back to his castle and he's biding his time.
Yeah, he's biding his time.
He's biding his time
Everybody's like,
the
when is
whole
he gonna
time
come out?
preparing to.
When is he gonna come out?
Yeah, when he's gonna make his move. As soon as he shows his head, bah.
And they're like, they tell the king, don't let this guy in. But the king's like, oh, he's here to save me.
Mhm.
Fuck
No.
nah.
Nope.
But that's the guy. He bid his time.
Mhm.
This is the guy that called him his friend. But he bid his time.
Elephant memory.
But that's him. And for me, it's all about family. And that guy was all about his family.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yes, he's all about his family. And
Yeah.
I don't think I have the heart to be that guy because he's motherfucking ruthless.
If you think he's more ruthless than Cersei,
But Cersei's a Lannister.
but that's what I'm
She got
saying.
it from him.
She gets it from him, but she's like 2.0.
But Cersei is wants things to be done, doesn't want Cersei to be wrong. Tywin Lannister doesn't mind taking a loss personally if the Lannister name is okay.
Mhm.
Because the things that Cersei did that she should have just stepped back.
Exactly.
That's
What I feel makes her more ruthless. Like
but
she's
she's careless.
yes. I was gonna say she's ruthless
More emotional.
from yes, exactly, from an emotional,
'Cause
careless
Your
perspective.
your son is king.
Like her decisions is what brought to the how they say defiant to the end.
yeah, but sometimes
Defiant to the end. Like this she's looking out of her window and this dragon is sitting over there on the church
She's
steeple.
still-
And she's like, that's okay, our walls will hold.
Yeah.
What? Do you see that? And she's sitting there and that
dragon.
dragon's just like, what you want me to do?
Tywin Lannister wouldn't do that.
No.
He will calculate and anticipate that this motherfucker got dragons. They're gonna get.
He
him.
knew. He knew, even in some of those meetings or whatever, because they would say, "This is the girl is across the water with 3 small dragons." He was like, "Eventually, that girl will become a woman, and those dragons will grow up."
And he would have paid somebody to kill that girl before it got.
He tried. He tried a few times.
And for me, that's what I really like about him. He understands the job that needs to be done.
He's the perfect politician.
Pleasant. Oh yes,
He's the perfect politician.
He's a politician to the core.
Because
He's
there's so many characters, and when we talked about this before, we mentioned a lot. So you have your 1A, you have a 2 or 1B,
or honorable mention,
honorable mention.
Tough, huh? There's so many.
I like
last
Tyrion,
one,
but Tyrion is too close to home.
Yeah, we did a big. we had a big, actually, a clip on the grandmother from the House of Tyrell.
Oh,
where she was just. No,
gangster.
Tell says did it.
Gangster.
Tell says
Olenna.
did it. Yeah.
Olenna Tyrell. She was so gangster.
Yeah, I like her too.
They had sacked her castle, bro. She was sitting in there, and Jamie comes in with his King's Guards jingling or whatever. She's sitting there, and she's
jingling. That's exactly what it's.
Word. Clink, 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 clink.
Like Tell says did it.
What? And she sat. He sat the poison down. She said, "Will it be quick?" I was like, "Yes, and painless." And she said, "Tell Cersei I killed Joffrey," and took the shot.
Yeah. No questions asked. I think mine would probably Oberyn Martell.
Word.
I like Martell.
I liked him too.
Come on, hey! I'm a brother from Gary. Who is that?
So Oberyn Martell. Oberyn Martell is the one. So he's a dude he's the lead character in This Is Us.
Oh, Pedro from
Narcos.
Pedro.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you remember his character?
Oh, absolutely.
And he was in the brothel. He had his girl, and it was boys and
He
girls
doing all-
everywhere. Yeah. What?
Like
Spinning his joint or whatever. You killed her. You raped her. Say her name.
I like that guy.
That was stupid. That was stupid.
That he was talking about happened a long time ago. People would drop it. He's like, "No, you killed my sister."
Yeah.
And he held
he held on to that.
I mean, the fact that he died.
You know what? Hold on. I gotta take it back because you're right. Now that I think about it,
I like
he failed, but Tyrion was about to go to the wall.
Yes.
And they gave him. He was like, "I will be your champion."
Yep. Yep.
And he fought for him. And he had the mountain dead to right.
He had it.
Dead to right. Had him.
Did.
And he was out there just spinning. You could say her name.
I like him.
Yeah.
He was
getting it in.
Pop locking and everything. Yeah.
Speaking of, so on the other hand, characters that I hate and I think I do.
I was gonna go there next. Who you think was the best villains?
Not villains per se, but people that I think are morons. First of all, is Jon Snow. He's a fucking twat.
Thank you for saying that. Because everybody loves Jon Snow. And
I'm a Jon Snow fanatic.
Jon Snow and his top knot.
I love Jon Snow.
Jon Snow made some of the dumbest decisions.
Jon Snow, his stepbrother that became king, Rob. Was it Rob?
Rob.
Yeah, he went off on Rob.
Rob was the dumbest. He
chased pussy.
Rob, what?
He had given his word.
This is going to be a crazy edit.
Dude, Rob Snow is
Rob. I said that when he died, he deserved every bit. Him, his family, all of them, they deserve that because his mother should have been a bit firmer with him.
His mother,
he was sitting out there. He made a pact.
Yeah,
he made
a pact. He signed on it. You can't. You give your word.
And let me tell you something. And Walter Frey,
he was right.
He wasn't with it.
Yeah,
he wasn't with it. He showed he wasn't with it.
He wasn't with it. He wasn't with it. They came up, come into my house, we shall have dinner. And dropped them. So Rob Stark.
Rob Stark,
Jon Snow.
I think they're just, and also gotta remember, these are kids. We're like 16, 17. They act like kids. I get it. Like they're kid with a new girl. I get it.
It's a fictional conversation.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. But for me, people that I think I don't like Littlefinger. I don't like people that scheme. When you scheme, you got to put your skin out there. But he's always behind the scenes. Like his skin is never in the game. He's always moving people to do shit. Nah, that ain't cool. Put yourself out there.
He's moving the pieces on the board.
Put yourself out there.
So in reality, somebody come up to you and it's like, man, this guy out here, he's on some Littlefinger type stuff.
Yeah.
You know
Oh, yeah,
exactly
yeah, no.
what he's
Exactly
talking
what it
about.
was, yeah.
Oh, we don't mess with him.
Yeah,
We
I mean,
don't
he's
mess with
talking
him
shit about you to 3 people behind and letting it, like, you know, a game of telephone and coming to you.
So Littlefinger's the guy that like pulls the pin on the grenade, throws it in the room, and
Yes.
closes the door.
Yes.
Yeah, no, listen. I'd punch him in the mouth if the real person, like if you didn't dealing with him or whatever. But you gotta admit, man, his tactics, like, so the way I rate these characters in Game of Thrones are the ones that survived the longest. Basically, you play, like I said, you play the Game of Thrones, you play to win, right? So the fact that, and I mean, his misstep was that he didn't realize. He thought the Arya that he met was the same Arya that came back. And the Arya that came back had many faces. Because remember, he tried to play the sisters against each other.
Yes.
And that's what cost him his head.
Yes. Well, I think that's the show story, but the game story. In the book, he's not dead in the book, right?
No, he's not.
He's not dead in the book.
He's not dead in the book.
Yeah. I don't like the game. I don't like the book version of him. I don't like the movie version. He's just not. I don't like. I don't like.
Take that Littlefinger was a player to join down. Ekow. This is proof.
I don't like.
Man, we have that.
We have that. Littlefinger's a player.
Littlefinger's. That's a quote.
This is a quote.
Littlefinger's a play because he's in love with the Stark, the
Stark
mother
girl,
Stark,
yeah,
but he
Catelyn
was
Stark.
Yeah, like
And just every time he got on, he was talking. He was like, "I just love you so much."
He's whispering and
Word.
He's
Just oh man.
and also you love this lady, and you weren't willing to save her kids. Like he had chances to help these kids, but like he didn't put he never puts himself in the game. He never puts his skin in the game. You can't play the Game of Thrones.
He can't put himself out because if he does it, then he reveals himself, and it's his head next.
But that's how you win a Game of Thrones. You got to be in the game. If you're not in the game, I don't know if you're like nobody's
Yeah, but look at what the game did to Ned Stark. Ned Stark didn't want to play the game, and look what happened to him.
I don't like
first
Ned
season
Stark,
gone.
But I understand.
I think he was one of the dumbest characters.
Yes,
where
he is.
everybody talk about how no, but Ned was honor. He died with
he was
honor.
noble.
Yeah, okay.
he
noble.
I see. I think his mistake was not telling his family the truth about Snow, because that changes everything. His wife has been in her feelings for years about this kid, thinking it's her kid. You know, if she wasn't feeling that way, she would understand why my husband has to do A, B, and C. But she doesn't get it because this guy's making decisions where it was like,
Yeah.
yo, dude, can't you see these people will kill you? And he thinks one of the people that thinks honor is an armor that protects
And it wasn't
him.
his kid.
He wasn't, but it's his sister's kid.
Yeah, it's his sister kids. Yeah.
I get
I don't
why.
understand why he wouldn't just tell her.
which had lineage to the
To the Targaryens.
Yes.
yeah.
Because he didn't tell her because he gave his word to his sister.
Yeah.
That's it. That's that. I give my word. I'm not.
So
gonna
it's
do
kind of
this.
like the kids.
That's
and
why
what
he's
they
noble.
got. It's kind of
that goes back to
like
noble.
the kid. Yeah. So it's kind of like what the kids got going on now or whatever. They say like if you snitch,
Yeah, he ain't
is it
snitching.
snitching on somebody? If the person is dead, is it still snitching? Man, I'd have told on my sister in a
the
heartbeat. That's
consequence-
my sister, baby. That's my sister, baby. That ain't my kid.
But think what happens if everybody knows that kid is a Targaryen. His best friend is a king.
Mm-hmm.
The king, what did the king do? The king finds out that
No, but his wife, I'm saying. If he tells his wife, at least he can provide stability in his home. Because she was bitter about that.
she was bitter about that.
She was bitter.
Yeah.
And her whole if he could have said that to her and trusted, I mean, if it's his wife, I'm assuming he can trust her, right? And then at least he quells the peace in his
But
home.
I think the wife would see that kid as a grenade about to go off and always be mean to, because he's there, he's always a problem.
Yeah.
Once anybody knows he's there and you protected him, y'all gotta go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, she should have been over it. They sent him to the wall. She should have got over it.
no, but that was he wasn't at a war when the thing started. He was at a war later. How did he go to the wall? He chose to go to the wall, right?
Yeah.
He chose
No,
to
he
go
chose
to
to go to the wall early on the very one of the early episodes. Remember Uncle Benjamin came through the party?
But she's been bitter forever.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is, so before Ned went to King's Landing, he had made the decision to go to the wall,
Yes.
right? So in my mind, his wife should have been like, cool, this little bastard's out of my house. We ain't got to worry about him anymore, right? We're good. We can get back to peace in our home.
Yeah.
You know, Ned, you're going to King's Landing to hang with your
Right.
drunk friend.
Her kid is
And-
pushed off the roof. She thinks the Lannisters did it.
Oh,
She runs into
yeah.
Tyrion in the pub and grabbed, which is
another dumb decision. Another dumb decision.
Yeah, but if I know you did it, and I know Tywin Lannister, and I see Tywin Lannister's kid, you got to put respect to that name. If his kid did it, he said he did it.
No, what she should have did, if there was nobody, if she felt that he did it, and they were in those woods in that mountain, she should have just killed him and left him there.
Yes.
Killed him, leave him there, have peace of mind about it. But she kidnapped him.
Yes. And I don't know what she was suspecting.
And it's like, you did what?
Because a kidnapping alone means Tywin has to do something about it. Because
you provoke his hand now.
He's not going to be like, oh, he's back, so it's okay. He just can't.
The richest man in the Seven Kingdoms.
He has to do something about it. And I think that's where...
And not only his riches or whatever, but as you spoke to before, it's his name. And in his mind, if anybody think that they can touch a Lannister, now we got to make an example.
He was going to kill all of them. Like,
I would love to see...
Man, that was wild.
A prequel about him specifically.
Tywin, or
how he got to be, a young Tywin.
Yeah.
That would be very.
That would be cool.
There's a story about him in I don't remember. I think the book of The Word of Ice and Fire, where it talks about his dad. His dad was a very generous. Those guys have always been rich because they had gold in their land.
Yeah.
And his dad was rich and he was giving money to people, but his dad was like soft, so people would come and take advantage of his dad.
Costa le Rock.
Yes, they'll get the money and no payback. And when his mom died, his dad moved this girl in, So when his dad died, he went
concubine.
He goes back and said, "You all got to go," right? Kicks everybody out. Didn't give a. He's like, "You came here as a servant. You're gonna go back as a servant."
That would make sense now as to why he took Tyrion's whore.
Yes,
he had a thing for whores. So is it safe to say Tywin Lannister?
He hates whores. So
Tywin Lannister would have been on OnlyFans back then if they had an OnlyFans.
He
thinks what it sounds like.
You are wherever you are, stay in your place, and I'm going to use you as such.
Yeah,
that's how he thinks. That's how he thinks. You were born this way. Be this way.
And I think that's why he had disdain for his son, because his son would fall in love and try to make
his son
more of that situation than what it was.
That reminds me of the dude from I don't know. We all dads. You've watched Aladdin.
Yeah. Which one?
Aladdin, the cartoon, the joint or whatever. When the homie called him a street rat.
Yeah.
He said, "You were born this way, you will die this way, and only your fleas will mourn you."
Aladdin is an interesting story.
Tywin Lannister, before, like I said, he kicks the people out.
Yeah.
And the two families that always found his father, because they see him as like a kid. He was pretty young. Like, we won't pay, blah, blah, blah. He goes to their castle, dams their castle, kills everyone. There's a song in the book. I don't remember what it's called. It's a rhyme scheme that they have in the book about how he kills these two families. And when he did that, everybody stood up and was like, oh, this shit is different.
Not to be played with. Not to be played with.
Knew
Fear.
That dude was different. Because he's like, my dad gave you money and you're not going to pay because you think.
Tywin operates from that philosophy and perspective of violence, says the same thing in every language.
Yeah. You have to
and
respect
he used that.
Me. And
he
people
used that.
Respect and fear Tywin Lannister.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People respect, a lot of things didn't happen
not Kat. She was too dumb.
Kat was dumb.
She was too dumb to not have the foresight of what the chain of events that this sets off.
You said Kat.
Yeah,
Catelyn Stark.
Yeah, okay.
Because
she's the one that kidnapped Tyrion.
Kidnaps Tyrion.
And then she took him to the Vale, her crazy sister. She was like, "Oh, nah, don't bring him here."
Because everybody knows. Because if Tywin is going to ask the Vale to bring my son, what's the Vale going to say? No.
But that just because going back to our life lesson, that respect goes further than the fear. Because eventually fear go away.
But that respect was earned by fear.
But I think the thing, people fear him, people respect him. People fear him because he will execute on what he said.
Mm-hmm.
If he tells you,
he execute off the respect.
Yes.
So that's that whole saying when he said Lannister always pays their debts. He's not just talking about money.
No. He's actually not talking about money.
He's not talking about.
He's talking about. I gave you my word, or you give me your word.
Yeah.
We are going to execute on this, and to them, it's important that
and most people thought that he talked about money because of whatever. So when Tyrion arrives and he's got the camp set up and he's like quartering the stag, the deer, or what have you. And Tyrion's like, well, I brought these guys with me or whatever. I promised them if they brought me home or whatever that we would pay him or whatever. He looked at him. He was like, I don't know who these scoundrels are, but a Lannister always pays his debt. Bow, bag of gold or whatever. Fuck from away from me. You know what I mean? Like, but so people have that idea when he says like a Lannister pays his debt. You talk about money. He ain't talking about money.
He's talking about I gave you my
If
word.
I tell you I'm gonna do something, if I tell you I'm gonna kill you, you're gonna die. Trust me when I tell you.
The Mad King Harris, he wanted to kill the Mad King Harris a lot of times.
He
But
couldn't
he
get
gave
to
him his
him.
word. I'm the Hand of the King.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you can say I didn't kill him. My son did. That's why he's waiting. He's waiting for everything to get to a point where somebody has to do something. But surprise, it doesn't come onto him because he can't break his word.
And it's so funny when you mention him as far as picking him. When you think about it, he was the true puppet master in that show. Like the idea of power operating behind the scenes.
Yep.
Joffrey's king. He's not the king.
No, Joffrey's not a king.
You know what I mean? Like
that guy would gladly kill Joffrey to replace Joffrey with Joffrey's younger
he
king.
said to Cersei or whatever. He's like, your son's a fool.
You have two sons.
And he was using him to actually control.
That's the biggest
and move
what
things.
if. What if he still was living? How it would.
What if Tyrion didn't kill him? Yeah.
It's a very short show, book. Because he's gonna kill Joffrey. He's not going to do himself, but he pushes in the way that Joffrey dies. Because Joffrey needs to die.
I think if he's still alive, he killed, like, he at some point he would have found a way to move Joffrey out of the way.
Absolutely. Joffrey's a liability.
And he was already doing that with Tomlin, the younger son. He was already moving him out of the way, moving Joffrey. Like as soon as Joffrey died or whatever, he started grooming Tomlin or what have you. And him and Olenna, the Tyrell, they understood how things were supposed to go because they were working together, so to speak. She knew him for who he was, and he knew her.
She's the same version of him.
She's a female version of him. Exactly. So they like if he doesn't die, I think again he pushes Joffrey out of the way at some point, and his pursuit of killing Daenerys doesn't stop until she's dead.
Yeah, and Daenerys doesn't last long because she really has nobody.
And at that point when he was still alive, her dragons weren't.
No, they were nothing.
Because remember, he had the spies over there shooting at her, and the old Kingsguard dude was the one that saved her.
Yep. Like letting that Kingsguard go would never happen. Because
nope, dismissing him the way Joffrey humiliated him. Yep.
Keep him. Why would you send somebody that dangerous away? Just keep them.
Who knows all of our secrets? Who knows the inner workings of King's Landing?
Kill him. You're gonna kill him. You're not gonna let him go.
Don't send him away. Kill him.
Yes.
If you're gonna send him away, kill him.
Absolutely.
Right there.
And then I think Tywin Lannister understands the Game of Thrones better than anybody else. With except maybe
he's a master strategist. You're right. You're right.
The closest is Tyrion.
You're right.
The only thing about Tyrion,
Tyrion's a beast.
Tyrion has a heart. That's his only problem. He cares.
And he gets sloppy with with the drinking.
He does.
And the women, he can get sloppy.
Yeah.
See, the reason
early on.
The reason I picked him like Tyrion, I picked him for his just his will to survive.
Like he said,
he survived so much. Not to mention all the things that happened before the show started, as far as being the dwarf and killing his mother, all the things that they didn't show in the show, right? For him to like survive and then end up over there with the with Daenerys.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Come on, man.
He's the perfect example of the odds being stacked against him.
Yeah.
One, he's a dwarf. He's smaller than everyone else. So people just think they don't take him seriously from jump. So he has to present himself in such a manner that he got this lady that's freaking got these dragons that she trusts him with her life.
Yep. He has no option.
He convinced her.
Yes.
To trust him.
He has no option. But to be smart.
And he was essentially the next in line behind his brother to be the head of the family.
Yep.
That is her enemy, by the way.
Which is something his father hated because Jamie
never wanted to be king.
He can't be because he's a Kingsguard. Kingsguards don't marry. So it's really Tyrion. Tyrion is the only one left.
He's the next in line, exactly.
And their dad hated it.
Exactly.
You killed my wife.
And the
you
crazy
you're gonna
thing
own
is,
everything.
the spider knew he was gonna kill his dad because as soon as he killed him, he
Yeah.
caught him right at the door and put him in the crate.
Yeah.
And he knew. He was like, "Oh, Tywin's dead. There's nothing else left here, and I gotta go." And he left with him
And never came back.
and never came
Never
back.
saw his face on that TV show again.
He come back?
Who, the spider?
Yeah.
The spider
Oh
come
yeah,
back.
no, he came back.
He came back,
Yeah. So he took Tyrion over to Essos.
Yeah.
Spider, the dude with the bald head, right?
The
Yeah,
dude
he
had
comes
no
back.
nuts.
At the end of it, he comes back and he does. He comes back.
He comes back
yeah.
because remember, Daenerys kills him.
Yeah.
It was a long time though.
He doesn't come back. He comes back into the end when everything's about to go to shit.
Yeah, so he takes Tyrion over there, and then he ends up walking through Essos with him. Tyrion gets kidnapped again.
Yes, who kidnaps again?
The Daenerys's hand, who she ended up
yeah.
she ended
What's
up
his name?
dismissing him. He was the
What are you talking about? He had the plague or whatever.
yeah. Damn it, what's his name?
He was the interesting character.
Jorah the Ando.
Jeramoma.
Yeah, Jorah Mormont or
yeah.
whatever. His brother was the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. That they came and killed. So that's interesting.
Sad part is that I don't think the book will ever be finished. It's in a very different place from the show, and I don't think
Have you seen the House of Dragon?
I've seen House of Dragons.
Horrible.
I like the story. The thing about House of Dragons is
No, the story is good, but what they did as far as the show this last season,
What happened in last season?
there was one. So the last season was just a full build up to what's coming 3 years from now, essentially. So the sea snake, his wife died.
Season wives died.
Remember, his son ended up finding a boyfriend, and he left.
It goes away.
He goes away. The psycho with the sapphire.
Yep.
My son's different. he jumped on that big, like his dragon so big that dragon need like a running start to get to get going. And you see him moving them tree. What? He's different. Stole the dragon, by the way, too.
Stole the dragon. Yep.
Stole the dragon from the sea snake's daughter.
He did. He sure did.
Yeah. That's how he got that eye.
Damon is his uncle. What's his name?
Aemon. Yeah.
With the one eye.
Damon Black. He has a the black blade, right? One of
No, Aemon Targaryen.
Aemon Targaryen.
Yeah, Aemon
Damon Blackfire,
and yeah, Black. Yes.
Damon Blackfire.
What? And he shot his brother off the dragon.
Yeah, he sure did.
What?
So his brother's now in bed, all burnt up, right?
All burnt up, and he know his brother gonna kill him. And so when he come in or whatever, he laying over there with the maces like, "Don't leave me,
Don't leave me."
Right?
Hell of a
So
story.
that
And,
means only
man, that was crazy.
One season left. Because
So there's 2 seasons out. I don't know how they're gonna run it for
where
more
the story
than
goes.
exactly. I don't know how they're gonna do more than one more
Yeah.
until they pivot to whatever the next spinoff is gonna be.
Which are they going to go further back?
No,
They can't go because
they can't go further.
right
back.
after that comes the Baratheons.
Mhm. The Baratheons. And I think they also had an idea.
No. That doesn't get the line is no.
So it goes.
I know how this show ends.
Yeah.
And then the Baratheons don't.
So after them, it will go.
Yeah, the Baratheons come in.
It is the Baratheons. Yeah, it's
Baratheons come
Baratheons
in.
because you have that reign before you get to the Mad King
Yeah.
and all that other what have you. But the thing for me is they had a couple spinoffs. So like the Sea Snake is supposed to have a
But
spinoff.
there's no story about the season. Well,
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, I
they have
don't
to make
remember
all
much
that
about
up.
him unless they're just gonna make up something.
We know that he goes and has adventures.
But then they have one that I read something about. I don't know how true it is about the adventures of Jon Snow beyond the wall. So like Jon Snow with the Wildlings, but I'm like,
forcing that. He wasn't there for that long. In the book, he was there for maybe.
Jon Snow's a fan favorite, so I can see
That's-
them.
that's-
I can see them
The-
making
the
a whole
thing,
story.
yeah.
With Kit
Jon
Kid
Snow
make an
is-
appearance.
And honestly, that was like, I don't really like Jon Snow, but that was a hell of a cinematic scene when he when that battle, I think it was the Battle of the Bastards. When the camera's behind him and he takes off his
Man.
belt and he's standing there with the sword.
I'm ready for whatever.
And yeah, man, that was a hell of a cinematic scene, Ekow.
So for me,
you got to give it to him
the
with
way I
that
feel
one.
about that is, how'd you get baited into this? I need people to grow up. There's an army.
They killed his brother.
There are two lines.
They killed his little brother.
No. It's a front line. Why jump in the middle?
Yes, I agree.
That's
The king doesn't do that.
I'm a
Tywin wouldn't have did that.
I'm a Jon Snow fan. That's how hard Jon Snow is. Like
that's
I'm ready
dumb.
for whatever.
Jon Snow ran in there like John Wick without a gun.
The Johns.
That guy gets saved a whole lot of times.
He definitely
It's
got
not
saved.
about him being.
He was the star of the show.
Not
Like
about
I
him
said,
being
he rose
brave or
again like
anything.
Jesus.
You know what? And you know what? Now that I think about it, to confirm, to just pile on to that Jon Snow mess that he is, he cost Daenerys a dragon.
Yeah.
He cost her a dragon. She had to fly to the damn wall
In the cold.
in the cold.
They don't
Them dragons don't do cold. Dragons don't do it. They had to put long johns and everything on the dragons.
Yeah.
Got them dragons up there at that damn wall.
What the king or the white
The White Walkers.
he was like
Man, he jumped off that joint.
threw that thing like
he did the old man like Uncle
like old
Ruckus.
boy from Revenge of the Nerds. He threw that damn javelin. You know what I'm talking about? He threw that.
I can't stand Jon Snow. I hate that dude.
He did the old measurement, put his hand up and everything, and followed him with
calculus,
his
trig, everything.
He said the sun is 3 degrees north.
He measured it by.
What? Yeah,
I
he
can't
was
stand
tripping.
Jon
Yo,
Snow.
he was tripping. He cost her a dragon, bro.
Dan went and got the dragon out the
He got the dragon out the pond.
blowing blue fire.
What? And yo, and he blew their mind with that one. He pulled up on that dragon, and that because what was it? I didn't even know he had one. What we know he got him out or whatever, and he went and touched him. The dragon got a blue eye. Man, he pulled up on that dragon. So that was the dragon came to the battle.
Yes.
The last battle with them and the dragon. They were just dancing in the air. So John had a dragon, she had a dragon, and then he had the dragon that John cost her.
Yep.
Man, he said we're like Revenge of the Nerds.
Like, oh, lambda.
You gotta remember
that.
that Jon Snow's like 16 years old. All of them, they're all kids. Like, you're 16 years old.
Jon Snow's a grown man on that dragon.
Mess around with them wild.
I'm trying
too.
to what? Yeah, listen, I was about to say that. Old girl put it on him. He grew real fast.
Who was his wife in real life?
He said he was undercover.
She said.
Remember the
nothing,
woman,
Jon
Jon Snow?
Yeah. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Like, did she say you're pretty? Did she tell him? She told him.
He got found out. But I was undercover. I'm allowed to fuck women undercover.
What? Yeah. Jon Snow. Old Jon Snow. Cost Daenerys a dragon, man. And she up there in the north. That's crazy.
Daenerys also got her feelings about everything, but like the way the whole show ended, her getting the feelings about stuff. We're like, what the fuck is going on here? We're like, we won this war, everybody chill, calm down, but she started not trusting people and thinking that
Daenerys?
Yeah, because she
I didn't like the way they ended that. I didn't like that.
People like Jon Snow now.
I didn't like that because the way that the writer should have adjusted that because she was right there, right, and she didn't have to do what she did.
No, they just
I disagree with
to
that.
End the show.
Like they did that to like you built this character up that we all loved,
and then she took a left
for 7, 8 seasons or whatever. And
she did something so abnormal. Like, why would she do this?
Yeah. Now, to her defense, when Cersei killed Missandei and threw her off the wall.
So?
But again, so I say to you, same thing I said to him, and we pulled up the clip. I'll pull it up for you before we leave. We pulled up the clip. Daenerys was just got her home back at Dragonstone. She's sitting there and she's like, they just killing her people. She's like, I can't take this anymore. Jon Snow's like, don't do it. You're gonna fall into their trap. And she got them Dothrakis.
Yep.
And they ran up. Matter of fact, right after they killed Olenna, and they was on the horse, standing up on the joints, right?
Yep.
And that was the first time Jaime saw a dragon. He said, "We can hold him."
No, you can't.
Till he heard that screech.
His boy.
His boy said, what's his name?
Bronn said, "You better get back to King Leonard." He's like, "These fuckers are about to sack us." He was like, "We can hold them."
Yeah.
So all you heard.
My feelings about Daenerys hasn't changed. I think the show messed her up.
Yeah, my feelings about her don't change. I don't think that he should have killed her. And then, how does the dragon not kill him?
Because he's a Targaryen.
I don't care. You killed my writer.
I feel you, but the whole story is that, he has dragon blood.
Yeah.
Which is kind of lame.
Yeah. Well, who gonna ride the dragon? The dragon's got to be. The dragon got to think too. Like
the dragon took it.
The dragon left, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, he took Daenerys and just flew off. And that's when I was saying in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe they're gonna pull some like they'll come back.
She died once and came back, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she did.
She got burned in the car.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, maybe she won't die from the stab wound. Because how do you not die from fire, but you die from stab?
Because she's a Targaryen, fire doesn't kill her.
No. I get it, but I mean, make it make sense for the practical people watching the show.
You're thinking too hard about it.
You know, like
Drago's in this shit.
And maybe because I liked her, and I don't like the way they sent her off or whatever. Because she was scrappy.
It's a writer's room. Like we got to end this show. It's costing.
And especially you talk about the things that somebody went through, being like
she went through
raped and
her brother.
Yeah, man, all of that. You know, she learned the Dothraki language and everything.
She did, and they loved her.
And they what?
We all loved her.
The Khaleesi.
We thought people named that kid Khaleesi.
And you know it's so crazy. You talk about Tywin being ruthless and to the point or whatever. You see what she did to that witch that killed Drago.
I don't remember that.
The Red Witch?
No, remember the witch that cast a spell on Drago? Drago was sitting there.
I don't remember that.
Looking crazy. And she said, "You won't see him speak again until the sun rises in the west and sets in the east."
Oh, when he got cut, and he got
cut, and then she brought the healer in to fix him, and she put a spell on him.
Yeah.
And they burned her.
Yep.
I haven't. You have a great recollection of Game of Thrones because you watch it. I haven't looked at that show.
I haven't seen since it showed.
It came out.
Yeah, me too.
Like so.
I have to go back. I liked it.
To keep going back, and it's
a great show, man.
It is. The writers, the author of the book, great.
And you know what the crazy thing is? I hated it when it came out.
Really?
I didn't watch Game of Thrones until it was the intermission from season 3 going to season 4.
So
because in my head or whatever, and I was still active at the time. I'm like, I ain't got time watching no damn dragons. Really? Dragons?
People
that ain't
say,
real. No dragons. But once you get into the story, and Berta kept insisting. She kept insisting. She was like, just watch it. Please, just watch one. And we was at home on a Saturday. I think it was raining. They ain't have nothing going on. And she was like, just watch the first episode with me.
What was it? I mean, for me, what really gets me is because I didn't read the books. So when Ned Stark dies, I'm like, oh, this show is
no. He died towards the end of the season. She had me on that when they pushed old boy out the window.
Oh, for me, like, okay, like, normally I watch the first season of it.
Nah, I was in it for the drama because
but then
I didn't think like the sister and brother was
but the kid didn't die. So I'm like, oh, the kid didn't die, the kid could come back. But, like things in it were like very regular.
Yeah, it was drama for me.
Until Ned Stark dies, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers will kill you for real.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
oh yeah.
That's when I read all the books.
Oh yeah. And Joffrey, that little bastard.
Fuck Joffrey.
He said, look at your father's head.
He was just mean to be mean. That kid was a psychopath.
That's what's up. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Good happy hour convo, man. Thanks for coming through again, Ekow, man. We had a blast, man. It's good.
Let's do this.
Good talking. Game of Thrones, like I said, I feel like this is gonna be our recurrent thing. We might just ask all our guests.
Yeah, let's make this a
Game of
regular
Thrones.
thing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Free, I don't know if he's gonna jump back in here real quick, but it's getting a little late for us, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up, signing off. Thanks for watching another episode of Water from Rock. This is our happy hour special, and we are signing off.
Peace out.
Peace.